What up, YouTube? Your boy, Coach John, back with another video. Today is a workout video. It's been a long time since I posted one, mostly because my workouts do not change very much over the last few years. You will have noticed that because, well, the bread and butter will always be the bread and butter. But with that said, I do want to keep you updated on how my workouts are looking these days, take you kind of through it entirely, break it down, explain my methodology behind it, why I set it up this way and so on. Legs are a strong point in terms of my physique, development wise, but strength wise, they haven't always been so good. I know it's kind of funny how that works. It's not the strongest, but development wise, they're pretty good. So I am working more so on strength with that. So this one is going to be a little bit more tailored towards gaining strength, but of course it is still great for gaining some mass as well, assuming that your nutrition is on point. If it's your first time joining, welcome to the channel. I drop weekly content, whether it's workouts, fitness tips, nutrition, fat loss, muscle gain, and just lifestyle stuff to help you become a better version of yourself. If you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. So let's go ahead and dive into this workout here. So the first thing is back squats. Now I have two different leg days. One starts with a back squat, one starts with a front squat. Thanks for walking in front of the camera there, bud. Appreciate it. So with that said, this is the back squat day, obviously, okay? Now, the back squat, I always start with one of these two squats because they have been the bread and butter, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, to my leg gains, both from a development standpoint, from a strength standpoint, whatever, right? So as you see, I'm trying to make depth consistent here. Now, I do still need to work on the core a little bit more. It doesn't break down as much as it used to because I have been doing core, but you can see that it's on the verge of breaking down a little bit there in the form in these last couple reps. But the goal here is lower reps, so it's 6 reps here, and I do 4 sets of that. So keeping it relatively low, but still close to the hypertrophy range, so it's still accrues enough volume after 4 sets. Now from there, on my other day, I typically do a conventional deadlift. This is more of an accessory to help build my lower back up, obviously the hamstrings and glutes as well, but the lower back big time to help with this squat. So this is the stiff-legged deadlift, and I do sets of 8 to 10 on this. And I actually use the exact same weight for both my squat and my deadlift. That just happens to be how it worked out via my progression, what I've done over time. This is what I'm able to get. Of course, I'm doing more reps on this though. Again, very important to help build up the posterior chain in general, which is going to help strengthen that kind of sticking point on the squat, which I find myself constantly getting stuck on, right? So the next thing, this is all really accessory, more for muscular development purposes, but still keeping reps somewhat low. So these reps here are 8 to 10 still. And this is gonna be the hack squat, obviously, as you can see. Now, my butt, if you look at the bottom of it, does curl up a little bit at the bottom, but I am in a good control. I'm keeping the core tight. I'm feeling this in the legs, very controlled, full range of motion, trying not to bounce off the bottom too much. I'll do the hack squat. These ones I like to swap in and out. Sometimes I'll replace with a lunge. Sometimes I'll replace with a leg press. Sometimes I'll replace with single leg press, whatever it may be. And then sometimes I like the hack squat. So I went with the hack squat this time around. Now, what I do for the sake of time, the first 2 exercises, especially when you're doing lower reps on the first one or the second, it takes a lot of time to acclimate and warm up and get there. Well, in order to save time after that, since it is mostly hypertrophy work, what I do is I superset the next press, so in this case the hack squat, immediately with a hamstring variation. In this case, we're going with a seated hamstring curl. Keep in mind, guys, people like to treat accessory as not a big deal. I prefer and want to progress in every area of the workout, in every lift. So here I'm doing, I believe, 225 or 240 pounds on the seated leg curl here. Now, this is deadly, nice and controlled, right? Especially on the way back up on the eccentric. But this kills, especially when supersetting. This is closer to 12 reps. You'll see I'm out of it at this point. This workout took a lot out of me. But after doing 4 sets of that superset, by the way, did 4 sets of the stiff leg deadlift previously, we move on to calves. And I know people are, oh, calves, who cares about calves? Listen, I get the whole not caring about calves thing to an extent, but you're gonna see in this next clip why I care about calves and why you should too. I don't have, by the way, just a quick overview here. I'm doing 4 to 5 sets of anywhere from 10 to 15 or even higher reps in some cases. And I'm doing some drop sets and stuff too. This one, I'm still trying to progress on the main lifts, but once my calves start burning out, as you'll see here, I start going lighter, more controlled, more squeeze, etc. But guys, my calves are not by any means genetically gifted, but I've been able to build them, decently over the years. So to at least not look like I skip legs, it's good to do your calves. You don't want to neglect it. So they're, my calves looking decent. Helps that I shave because I'm going on vacation now in a few days here. So, or by the time you're seeing this, I'm on vacation. But yeah, man, so that is the end of the workout. Again, great for strength, but also you can tailor it to muscle gain very, very easily if you just bring reps up or bring sets up, depending on what your time looks like, how much you have available. This workout in particular took me just over an hour because again, I did have to acclimate all the way up to those weights on the first two. Not that they're crazy heavy or anything, but I make sure I warm up. I spend about 15 minutes warming up beforehand as well, doing some core, doing some spinal stability stuff, and just really warming up the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads. So I definitely recommend you do the same, but that's pretty much it for this workout. Very basic, somewhat low volume, according to what a lot of people think that you need to be doing because they're following these bodybuilders out there. Keep in mind, I'm hitting legs twice a week. So I'm splitting up the volume in a way that works well for me and for my goals. You don't have to follow this verbatim, but it's just showing you and giving you an idea that, yeah, you can build a significant, substantial amount of muscle and strength on just the bread and butter foundation fundamentals. Now, I will come out if you guys want me to bring it out ASAP, drop a comment below, but I will show you my other leg workout, which every exercise is tweaked and switched slightly, but it is essentially a variation of this because, and I can't emphasize this enough, the core and the fundamentals will always be the same. You want the biggest legs possible. The most efficient way to achieve that is by squatting and adding hundreds of pounds to your squat. The person that squats 300 is going to have bigger legs 9 times out of 10 than the person that leg extensions 300. You know what I mean? Usually those go hand in hand, but you get the point. The point is bread and butter efficiency. Massive compound lifts. That's what we did for the majority of this. The end, we focused on a little isolation for the calves, a little hamstrings in there, and that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment below what workout you want to see next, what workout you do for legs, any questions you have, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends who need to stop skipping legs and make them damn gains. That's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.